Hey guys, what's up? It's me. Y'all see me? Y'all see me? Y'all see me? I'm good. You see me. All right. I'll be doing my video today off camera because I don't feel like being on camera. Okay. Y'all, I'll be on camera later. All right. I'll be on camera because I got to do my review. But this is me. It's Caramel. Hi. Hello. I'm here. Hello. Did y'all miss me? I missed you guys as well. Okay. So let's get into our show because we have a very good one. I got some very good news that I need to tell you guys. Let's get into it. All right. So everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion. All right. Let's get into it. I am downstairs. I got to take all my stuff back upstairs to my office, you guys. Plug everything back up. And I did not feel like that this morning. So, of course, I got to do it this evening because I got to do all my stuff. But Tara, yeah, I got all this stuff pulled downstairs. So I'll be taking all this stuff back upstairs to my office so that we can get back how we used to be, honey. So we can get our videos. You guys can see me and do all the things of the things. But for now, let's get into this tea, all right? Let's get into this tea. And I told you guys yesterday I'm going to have a little surprise for you guys. I'm going to push that back to tomorrow, okay? Because I had like a little issue where I got to push it back to tomorrow. But we still got our surprise. We're still going to have it. We're just going to wait until tomorrow, okay? All right. So we'll get back to that. But as we can see, let me put my trigger warning banner up because we need that for this. We need it for this. OMG. The information that I got, Lord. All right. So let's pull it up. I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Sunday. I hope y'all are doing Sunday. I hope you guys are doing great. Happy Sunday to everybody. All right, let's get this pulled up, honey, because ooh. Baby, when I saw this, I said, we got to talk about it, Lord. All right, let's share. Good morning to everybody. All of you. All right, let's give that a second to upload. Because y'all know y'all know StreamYard be tripping, child. All right. Lordy, Lord. All right. Y'all see that on my screen, child? So now we see why things have been the way that they've been on /Kingdom Reigns Entertainment, honey. Because they got a lot of abusive situations going on over there. I'm going to say ABUs. Okay, let's say it that way. All right, let's blow it up so you guys can see it real good. Okay. All right. So this comes from the domestic violence advocate website, you guys. Okay. It says hashtag Love and Marriage Huntsville, hashtag Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion, hashtag Love and Marriage Huntsville. They says that this show has a violent woman beater working as a cameraman, you guys. This particular cameraman, okay, his name is Champ. I'm going to call his name this morning. Okay, we ain't hiding nobody. He allegedly gave said woman two black eyes, a concussion, angulation, we got to say it that way, bruises all over her, and she had a broken nose as well. So he became very violent towards this female. Carlos King has kept him as his cameraman as well. I said, that makes a lot of sense in terms of what's going on with all these women leaving. It makes sense in terms of how he sat back and watched what's the girl from Bell Collective, watched her husband beat up on her, and the camera kept rolling, child. They didn't flinch, not one bit. They kept it rolling. All right, so they're saying she had bruises all over her. She had a broken nose. They said that this man is extremely dangerous. All right, at Kingdom Reign Entertainment, at the Carlos King. So they added them to let them know. We blasting y'all ass. We letting everybody know. At OWN TV, at domestic violence. You guys see that here? So we've seen several incidences on Carlos' show, Love and Marriage Huntsville alone. Latrice Rogers from, that's what I was trying to think of. Latrice Rogers, you guys, from Bell Collective. Y'all remember when she and Cliff were at that, I want to say like this pub or bar, and he didn't want her there. He was mad because she went out with one of her friends. He popped up at the bar and they started arguing. They went outside. The camera crew started following them, and Cliff, her husband, started hollering at the camera crew. And he grabbed Latrice and he was being very physical with her. Later on, we saw some bruises, which I showed on my channel, okay, of Latrice's arm, where she had bruises, like real bad bruises up and down her arm and on her back. So it's given that there was some stuff going on there, but instead of Carlos and his production team stopping that and stopping the incident that was going on, he continued to film. So I want to guess that old Champ was the one that did it. But now I'm finding out that Champ was also working with Carlos King, and he was filming during the time that they were in Vegas, during the time that Martell tried to jump on Mel, and Marceau had to jump out of the pool to run over to help Melody, you guys. Y'all remember that? Yeah. So let's get to this next part. All right. So this is what the peoples are saying now, chat. All right, so the comment says domestic violence advocate says that Love and Marriage Huntsville has a woman beater working as a cameraman, tried to unalive a woman. Hashtag Love and Marriage Huntsville. Hashtag Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion. Hashtag the Carlos King. Hashtag Kingdom Reign Entertainment. They says that one of your cameramen tries to unalive women. So they're trying to get a response out of Carlos, in which you know he's going to ignore this because he does not like to respond or be held accountable. When you call Carlos out, he shut it down. Look at how he did so Gucci when she was on his Messy Monday. She was trying to tell him all the things that she did not like and what was going on in terms of how she was unhappy on Bell Collective, and he talked over her. He stopped her from talking and telling on him. He did it to Melody Cherie on his podcast when Melody sat there and cried. Carlos did not allow Melody to express her feelings and her disdain for what was going on and all of the abuse that she experienced on his show and under his production team. All right, so a person here is asking which person, who was it? The person named out the cameraman, his name is Champ, you guys. They're saying it's disgusting. And then again, they tag the hashtag domestic violence, hashtag advocate, hashtag the Carlos King. Of course, Carlos King have not spoken out. This post has been out most recently, as you guys can see. Carlos has not responded to this, and I don't expect him to because that's not what he does. All right. Carlos does not respond. He does not. I'm sorry. All right. But Carlos, let's do a little history on Carlos. I did a little homework. All right. So Carlos, guys, Carlos grew up in a home where his father, I'm hearing, was verbally abusive towards his mother. So he grew up in a home where his mother, and he spoke on this, was verbally abusive towards his own mother. He had several siblings, but Carlos was not accepted in his household, especially by his father, because Carlos was gay. Okay. Carlos was gay. He was a gay male. His father did not accept that. So Carlos grew up feeling like the child who was maybe like the redheaded stepchild in the family. And he, pretty much, and he talked about it in some of his interviews. In one of his videos, exactly, he talked about how he always saw himself growing up and being this person who would have his own company, and he would be this high-powered person who would have, so I said it's no coinky-dink that he would name his company Kingdom Reigns Entertainment, because that makes him feel like he's this powerful person, because that's not who he grew up as. He was not a powerful person. He was seen as very weak. He was seen as someone who was not seen as a child because of who he represented himself to be. Okay. Somebody said morning tea. Yes, God. All right. So Carlos's infatuation with keeping abusive people around him and employing them stems from his own childhood and ABUs. Okay. Carlos was made to feel, like I said, less than because of, like I said, his sexuality. All right. He was very close to his mother. He, as a young boy, had to also sometimes protect his mother when she would be maybe yelled at or maybe spoken to in a way that was not appropriate by his father, So Carlos, he went through that as well. So he's seen a lot of things, and this is why it's not so shocking to him when women on his network or men exhibit some type of abuse, like Destiny, whenever she goes after Melody and other people on the show. That's not shocking to him. It doesn't show that Carlos is like, oh my God, like, what are you doing? He never shows that, because it's like he's used to that. You know how a person is used to being in a situation that's very toxic, and when they're around toxic situations and other people become toxic around them, they don't flinch because that's something that they're used to. That's something that they're used to. So that is something that I've seen with Carlos, and that's why he can identify so much with Martell, and he doesn't fire Martell. A lot of people are saying, why does he fire? Why does he not fire Martell? He don't fire Martell because he sees a lot of himself in Martell. he can identify with Martell. He's also spoken about how he and Martell talk all the time. And if they talk all the time, then that means there's some things that Martell have, revealed to him to tell him, hey, this is what I've gone through and this is who I am. And, in terms of his childhood as well. So Carlos knows very, very well who Martell is, but he will not fire him. Not so much because he's afraid of him, but because I think he has a lot of sympathy for Martell because of how he grew up and what he went through as a child, because he kind of sort of went through the same thing. So it's kind of like he coddles him, and he always have these on camera teaching moments with Martell, even after Martell has yelled out and made several posts saying, just fire me. I don't care. Just fire me. If you're not going to give me my way, you're not going to let me talk about what I want to talk about on your show, then just fire me. He won't do that because Carlos has a need, first of all, to have high ratings, which you should if you were in a production company, but it's by any means necessary. Okay. Now, one of the things that bothered me most was that he wanted Melody and Martell to stay together by any means necessary. Okay. When Melody and Martell, they were at the height of their almost divorce, when they were, because they were already having problems prior to the show even beginning, where Martell was cheating, dealing with Ariane. She was having multiple pregnancies. Martell was continuing to be verbally abusive, and several other things that Melody was dealing with. Okay. I feel like Carlos, well, he actually did ask Mel and Martell to rekindle their relationship, their marriage, because pretty much it wasn't a good look for him. So he didn't care how Melody felt behind the scenes of being abused by Martell and all the pain and hurt she was dealing with, crying in closets and stuff like that. He didn't care because he wanted his company, his production company to be seen as this huge company who have all these high ratings, where people just applaud him for having such a wonderful, having great shows and high ratings on his shows. And it made him feel good to have that pat on the back, regardless to how other people felt and regardless to what they went through and the pain that they went through. Outside of Carlos King's life, like I said, it was not a perfect home. He was always judged. So that's why he's always so coddling when it comes to other people that's problematic, like Martell, like Destiny. He keeps bringing them back to his platform because he's used to, and he craves that toxicity because that's all he knows. Okay. Notice OWN is also called the Batters Women Network. Okay. And then when I saw this post about this guy who was the cameraman named Champ, who works and still works for Carlos King as his cameraman. Okay. He still didn't fire him after knowing all of this. And this happened during the time I'm hearing that he was employed with Carlos King's production company. So if he would keep someone like that, who almost unalived a woman, on his payroll, a dangerous individual who at any moment can snap off on any one of his cast and or crew and be violent towards them, because that's who he is. It speaks a lot. It speaks volumes to the type of person that Carlos is. It really does. It speaks volumes. All right. So let's get into some other things, because I did my due diligence of pulling some other posts to kind of break down some of this stuff with Carlos. Okay. Let's get into that. Now, I found this post on Blavity. It's on Blavity. Blavity. Let's go ahead and pull this up and let's read a little bit on that, because it kind of rings true to some things that we're dealing with. And it's no coincidence that most of his best cast members have walked away because it's just too toxic. Okay. He's lost Melody. He's lost Akeisha. He's lost Monique. He's lost Oguchi. He's lost Winter. I mean, damn. How many people do you have to lose before you actually see the error of your ways? Three of how many of that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 of the 5 already have lawsuits against him getting ready to be. 3 of the 5. Melody is suing him. Akeisha is suing him allegedly, and so is Oguchi. I already showed you guys the video where Oguchi spoke on having her lawyers drawing up paperwork to serve Carlos King. So Carlos is not going to be stopped until his kingdom is brought down, and it's going to be brought down by way of sound like lawsuits. He's going to be bankrupt. So the very thing that he prided himself in and growing, is definitely going to be brought down, and he's going to be brought down to size because he doesn't get it. He doesn't understand it. You jump networks with the same issue and you come over to OWN and you haven't changed anything, and it's going to be the one thing to actually take you down. So we see here on my screen this Blavity post that I pulled up where it says that Carlos King produced shows are seen cast members exit or speak out. What's going on? Okay, look who he's standing there with. This is when he was going on his little press tours with Martell. Y'all remember after that whole incident, Martell, where he was abusing the kids. The kids had to be taken away for 56 days. Then we heard about the revenge P. We heard about all the other things that was going on. Where Melody had already spoken out about on the podcast about Martell being very abusive. Why do you still have him on the platform? Carlos took Martell on a whole tour in order to help rebuild his image and his name. Y'all remember that funky ass suit, that brown suit his ass had on. And Carlos stood right there 10 toes beside this same abusive individual who we saw in Las Vegas run up on Melody Cherie trying to fight her because she denied him and would not allow him to sleep with her when he came into her room at 2 o'clock in the morning, okay? And tried to sleep with her, and she told him no. So because he felt rejected, he became violent, and other people on the cast had to hold him back. That wasn't the only time. He also had to be held back when they went out to the desert in Las Vegas, and Melody began telling Martell how she felt about the way he was treating her, and he became very violent towards her then, to where he had to be held back by grown men. Louis, Maurice was there. Marceau also had to jump in as well. So these are things that we've continued to see. Let's go ahead and see what this Blavity post is talking about. Now, they said, what's going on with the Carlos King shows? It says, for years, King has been the standout executive producer of reality television, but more stars from his shows and other projects he's worked on, past and present, have spoken out and have left the shows. Now, this happened very recently with 2 stars from OWN's Bell Collective exiting that series. They says, are they simply disgruntled? Depends on what who you ask, rather. Says, but there is a trend here worth highlighting. Says, rumors are discourse have been going on for some time. It said that dating back to his time working with Bravo and Truly Original as a producer on Real Housewives of Atlanta. He also worked on Bravo's The Real Housewives of New Jersey as a producer. I told you guys, it started way back on Bravo, and that's why they got rid of him. Now, it says that as time has come on, King's reality empire has grown with projects on TV One, on BET, WeTV, and even on HBO. Now, as his popularity has grown, so has the mixed response surrounding some of the shows, both from cast members and fans. All right. Now, they said, let's break down some of the internet chatter over the years from Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 9 to present day. All right, let's get into that. Now, it says that the Real Housewives of Atlanta fans will always remember the season 9 fallout between Kandi Burruss and Freak and Frack, which is Portia Williams and Phaedra Parks. It says that the 3 spent the whole season at odds after Burruss's friendship with Parks fell apart seasons before and after her then husband Apollo Nida going to prison. Now, it says that Burruss voiced her concern for Parks not allowing their young sons to visit Nida during such a long stint, which is in prison. Now, it says that Williams, who'd gone through a contentious divorce on her own, cozied up to Parks to show her support. Now, simultaneously, well, I don't know why I can't say that word. Parks began saying things about Burruss and her husband. Now, it says, of course, y'all know to be Todd Tucker. It says that she claimed that Burruss paid Tucker an allowance when he expressed grievances over the lawyer turned reality star not paying him adequately for his work on her infamous Donkey Booty workout DVD. Now, Burruss's mother, Mama Joyce, said that Parks was being fraudulent. For the most part, it says that Burruss stayed quiet until a sit down with Parks, where she accused her of lying about feeling abandoned in her friendship and putting on a farce about Nida when she was dating a new man all along. Okay. Now, it goes on to say that Williams inserted herself into an argument, and in one of the craziest scenes on Real Housewives of Atlanta history, she argued with Burris and alleged that Burris had a SEX dungeon that she and Todd Tucker planned to drug and sexually assault her, that Tucker was unfaithful and went by an alias of Marvin. Y'all remember all of this. And that Burris was a known lesbian or lesbiana child. It says that at the season 9 reunion taping, Williams revealed that Parks was behind all of the rumors that she brought to the forefront. Parks sat quietly as her co-stars and Andy Cohen expressed shock and disdain. It says that she claimed that she'd repeated something that she heard on camera. Now, Parks exited the show as King would go on to leave the series. They said that for years, internet rumors have alleged that King had a hand. You guys, listen to this. King had a hand in all of the drama, and some believe that his exit from the show after season 9 was not coincidental. So he sat there and he played in that whole lie that went on between Phaedra in terms of why she was fired initially from the show. They're saying that Carlos King has something to do with that. Okay. Now, they said that, however, he has consistently denied a role in the drama, of course, and has stated that he left the show on his own accord. It said that he dismissed the rumors in a chat with Meriton Medicine's Dr. Heavenly Kimes in 2020. They said that he broke his silence on the ordeal, saying, I left the show. I did not get fired. That will always be the dumbest rumor when it comes to that. This is what Carlos is saying. And it's funny because when you Google anything, he says that I've been fired so many times, it's like I was the apprentice. He says that it's the dumbest rumor out there. He says, I did not get fired. And the other thing about the whole situation that happened season 9, he says, I had nothing to do with that. He says, let me make that very clear. If that was the case, I wouldn't be here today. He says, I'd be in jail. So let's start there. And that's all I'll say about that. You wouldn't be in jail. You just wouldn't be able to work for Bravo anymore. And the question is, why haven't Bravo ever called you to do any more projects since Phaedra Parks was fired from the show for putting out that lie about Kandi? And why Kandi made it very much so clear that she would never ever work on Real Housewives of Atlanta if Phaedra was brought back. She would never share camera time or a stage with Phaedra. And rumors is that Carlos was behind that particular lie about Kandi. And then we also know that Carlos also went behind Candi's back to try to steal the rights to Escape's life in terms of their movie that they were going to put out about their life. And he was trying to do it in a very sneaky way by going through Candi's mother, Mama Joyce, in order to get said information, because it was already known by Carlos that Escape was going to put out their own story. So he was trying to beat them putting out their own story and getting pertinent information from Mama Joyce. And unbeknownst to her, she didn't know why Carlos was asking her certain questions. But when Kandi found out, that is when she said she would never trust him again, because he tried to go through her mother and do things that was uncouth. And she saw him as a friend, but not so much after that. Okay. Now, it goes on to say that in a 2022 interview with Page 6 that he got candid about being a Real Housewives of Atlanta producer during the Parks Williams Burris drama. He said to see this rumor circulate during season 9 without any sort of hard facts was very weird, and because we kept asking ourselves as producers, where is this going? Says that we had no idea where it came from, but because it was reality, we followed it. And to see how it all culminated at the reunion was very uncomfortable, to say the least. I bet it was. Now, and then it goes into the relationship with Kandi and the biopic that they were going to do in terms of how she fell out with Carlos. All right. And then it goes into the Monique Samuels drama with Carlos as well, as you guys can see. We're not going to read all of that. King's relationship with Melody Rogers from Love and Marriage Huntsville. As you guys can see, there's so many posts here that breaks down the toxicity with Carlos King and all of the people that he's worked with and had on his platforms, when he always says that he's going to protect and or be there for his cast members, especially Melody Cherie, who is the star of Love and Marriage Huntsville. He's not done so, and she's decided to step back, which a lot of rumors are circulating with that. So King's relationship with Melody Rogers from Love and Marriage Huntsville. It said that whether you're a fan or not, Melody Cherie Rogers is the bona fide star of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Without her, some fans would say that the show doesn't stand a chance. Carlos already said that on his Messy Mondays to Dr. Heavenly, that Melody is the star of his show and that she does keep the ratings and the show going. So with her leaving the show, one would ask, what is the show going to be without Melody on this show? And people like Wanda and other people sitting around and applauding the fact that Melody decided to step back definitely is not a celebration. You guys should really be worried, because when she leaves, her fan base leaves, which is a huge fan base in terms of what really kept the show going in the first place. If it wasn't for the millimeters, I guarantee you the majority of the ratings that you guys did get on that show, you would not get. I don't see any other cast members being able to carry that torch, but let's continue. It says that by the way things seem to look between her and King right now, it says that the show may be undergoing a massive change sooner rather than later. Now, King and Rogers were initially two peas in a pod, but things took a turn when she appeared on a live edition of his podcast. Y'all remember that. Now, no matter what Holt has allegedly done, King has stated publicly that his affinity for Holt and pushed the idea of a reconciliation between the two. Y'all hear that? Now, said that King has maintained that Holt will not be fired because he, along with Rogers, helped bring the show together while they were married. It says that recently Cherie and King social media revealed they no longer followed one another. Y'all see that? So Melody stopped following. That's when people started asking, like, what is going on here? Now, it says that this comes after she made comments on social media that fans believe were direct shots at King. Y'all know Melody, she do be speaking like in subliminals, but you always know who and what she's talking about. All right. I can't wait till she does a book so that all this shit can really, really come out and be like plain as the nose on our face. Now, it said that when you are in leadership, or when you are in a leadership position or so-called leadership position or executive producer or position, rather, we know that's Carlos, there are just certain things you're supposed to do. Cherie said on a live stream. Y'all remember that live? She said that you don't talk about the people that you are putting a check in your pocket or that's putting a check in your pocket. She says, I've never seen the owner of 7th Avenue talk about the people putting money in their pockets. Cherie also criticized behaviors that she characterized as self-destructive, adding that that's all they know is self-destruction. Later, she defended her remarks in an Instagram story, doubling down on her earlier statements, okay? And let's not forget about Akeisha and Soguchi Williams in terms of why they left the show. We saw that huge knockdown, drag-out fight on the finale of Bell Collective, which also caused Soguchi and Akeisha to leave the show, at which we know Akeisha and Willie actually quit on their segment of Messy Mondays with Carlos King, okay? Yes, child. All right. So it says that his YouTube show has also caused controversy. Y'all hear that? Let's get into that. So the King's podcast and weekly recaps are only adding more fuel to the fire. Now, in addition to interviews with reality stars, it says that he recaps his shows and others with guest hosts, which many feel is a step too far and an entertainment executive. I'm sorry. It says that as his presence grows publicly, many are pushing for him to make a choice, be a public figure or an executive producer. So he's trying to do it all. And I feel like he's working himself overtime like that because he doesn't like the fact that people like Melody Cherie is superseding who he is as a producer. And I feel like that's the reason why he treats Melody the way that he has, is because he feels like he helped her get on and she kind of walked past him in terms of her stardom. She's a little bit more relevant than he is, and he doesn't like that. Carlos does not like that, especially when he helped you get on. I mean, he don't mind you coming in and starting a few businesses, but God forbid you walk past him and become more famous or more recognized than him. Melody is known worldwide. Okay. Melody is known worldwide. She's respected, okay, by a lot of people. And she's doing movies now. She's doing a lot of things. She's been able to use this platform, owns platform as well as Kingdom Reigns Entertainment, because that's who employed her. She's been able to use that platform and pretty much use it as a stepping stone to her success, and she's done well. She's doing well. And the fact that she was able to walk away from this show shows that she doesn't really need this show. She started her own entertainment business. She started her own network, and I see her doing some things over there as well. Okay. I do. Now it says that as his presence has grown publicly, many have pushed, many have been asking him to make a choice to be a public figure or an executive producer. Now, for some, both roles cannot exist at the same time, or at least in the way that he's been doing it recently. Now, he's trying to say he's doing the absolute damn most. Now, they're saying that Carlos King's influence on reality TV is undeniable, but as more stars speak out, the question remains, is he uplifting the people he works with, or prioritizing ratings at their expense? Ooh, child. Says the only time we'll reveal or tell how King's legacy will be shaped by these ongoing controversies and conversations. Ooh, what y'all think about it? That was a good post. Shout out to Blavity for that. All right. Shout out to Blavity. That broke it down. That broke it all the way down, baby. Okay. Yes, it did. But I do feel like I said, that Carlos does have a little bit of jealousy that Melody Cherie has chosen to strike out on her own, and she chose peace over toxicity, and he's upset about that. He's upset about that. She's already made it known that he did ask her to come back. She has declined. He also reached out to So Gucci. You guys saw that on my live the other day when she came on. She was talking to, shout out to Mila Chan. She did a little sit down with Mila Chan, and she said that Carlos has since then, after she had quit the show, Carlos has asked her to come back. You know why? One is going to save face and say, well, hey, Carlos has this reputation of all of his people quitting because of the toxicity and abuse on his show. So if, So Gucci comes back, then maybe it doesn't look so bad because, maybe she wasn't abused. Maybe she wasn't going through toxicity because, hey, she came back to the show. So Gucci's like, yeah, no, I'm not coming back. And Keisha is saying the same. Keisha also says she was reached out to ask her to come back as well. So I feel like Carlos is behind the scenes trying to fix his image. He's asking people to come back to this toxic environment that he has produced and have people working in an effort to, one, secure his and maintain rather his not his personality, but his who he is as a person. He doesn't want to be seen as this abusive producer who employed Black women and break up families. Okay, let's not forget about Dr. Heavenly leaving Messy Mondays originally because she said she did not want to be a part of breaking up families. She said she's about family, and she does not want to be a part of sitting on a platform and speaking on other people's situations, especially when they're in court for child custody and things like that, going through a divorce. She didn't want to be speaking on certain things like that. And Carlos was using that platform in order to speak on that, make jokes about it. He also spoke about Sweet Tea's trying to have a baby, her trying to procreate, talked about her tubes, and he was very disrespectful in that form. So he does not have respect for Black women. He also does not have respect for marriages because he did not see that growing up. He also does not have respect for Black women, and maybe because his mother did not protect him enough from his father, which is why he chooses not to protect Black women now as a grown man. I'm not sure why he doesn't do it. But bottom line is, everyone can't be lying on Carlos in terms of what they've experienced under his leadership and under his production company. And to know that he actually has someone employed under him who is very abusive to women, that's a lot to look at. That's definitely a lot to look at. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and look at something that I pulled up on Kingdom Reigns information, child. Let's look at that right quick. I hope you guys are enjoying the info here. I'm going to put that other info up here in a minute. Shout out to the 536 watching. Shout out. All right. Let's get into it. I took my time and pulled this up, child. All right. Let's get into it. All right. So as you guys can see on my screen, Kingdom Reigns Entertainment information. All right. It says the Kingdom Reigns Entertainment LLC is recognized as one of the leading entertainment companies in reality television, founded by television trailblazer Carlos King. The company's content focuses on uniquely engaging personalities and relationships formatted in both non-scripted and scripted programming. It says the Kingdom Reign hit shows include Styling Hollywood, which is on Netflix. It says that Love and Marriage Huntsville, which is on OWN, Gucci Man and Keisha Kaur, The main event, which you guys know was their wedding. That was on BT. Hollywood Divas, which was on TV1. My Super Sweet 16 featuring Ray Janae and Lil Wayne. That was on MTV. Selling It in ATL, which was on WeTV. The Next 15, which was on TV1. And many others. It says that Kingdom Reigns is headquartered in Beverly Hills, California. Okay. So let's see. These are his employees here on to my right, you guys. All right. These are his employees to my right. All right. I looked all over the internet and I find it to be so weird, you guys, that the cameraman named Champ, why can we not find a picture of him? Ever since that ABU situation, I feel like Carlos and his people, his production team and his higher ups that work for his company may be shielding this situation to avoid having negative press about said person by him being attached to Kingdom Reigns Entertainment as a cameraman. You guys, I have looked everywhere, like every single source. I've even reached out to people. There are no pictures of this guy, and that's weird. I looked on social media. I said he's for sure got to have a social media. I'm going to keep digging, and if and when I find it, I'm definitely going to put his picture up here because this definitely needs to be brought to the attention of everyone. Now he does have as you guys can see, going to my right here, where my mouse is moving, it says the top Kingdom Reigns Entertainment employees. These are the people that Carlos has employed over Kingdom Reigns. All right, so right here, Scott Statsky, okay, is the SVP, and he's the current, current at Kingdom Reigns Entertainment. He's, of course, located in Palm Springs, California. It has their information there. Who else? It has the post-production supervisor, all of that. Now, it says here, to view the top employees from Kingdom Reigns Entertainment. We'll click on that here in a second. It says the website. They have the website. Now, they says that the revenue for Kingdom Reigns Entertainment is only $2.4 million. Carlos been in reality TV for a long time. Why is it so low? Can anybody answer that for me? That's kind of low. For you to be the top reality TV star, all you're really sitting on is $2.4 million. That's not a lot of money. That's really not a lot of money. It says he has 33 employees, okay? He has 33 employees. What else are we looking at here? I'm just being nosy, y'all. I'm just being nosy. Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want that. All right, so let's see. I looked, as I said, to find this guy Champ. I looked, and I did not see him anywhere. Let's see, view similar people. Let's see what they say here. Is he gonna pull it up? All right, y'all are looking with me. We being nosy together, okay? Continue with Google. I don't want to go through all that because I can't always remember my damn password. Shit. I'm sorry, y'all. Because I got so many damn pages here. All right, so hold on. He has a lot of white people working with him. Producer, Family Empire. David Schneider is the producer of Family Empire. Y'all see that? Right down here. For Houston Empire, Kingdom Reigns Entertainment. Janelle Hill. Okay, I actually got a picture of her. Let me upload that. Because she was just at the Love and Marriage Huntsville thing. That name rings a bell. And I got a picture of her with the other guy that was also there. Yeah, Janelle Monique. That's her name, honey. Janelle Monique Hill. Let me send that. Because she took a picture with the showrunner guy that was running around asking all the questions with the cast at the reunion. Let's put that at the reunion. All right. So you guys can see who she is. All right. All right. So let's let that load up. All right. Taryn Laughlin, executive producer at Kingdom Reigns Entertainment. Kwesi Thomas, editor at Kingdom Reigns Entertainment. Spencer Shilley is an editor at Kingdom Reigns Entertainment. Seth Katz is a post-production supervisor at Kingdom Reigns Entertainment. Toriel Simons is a field producer at Kingdom Reigns Entertainment. Brent Netsby is the executive producer and showrunner at Kingdom Reign Entertainment. Scott Shasty, we already talked about him. Raj Ahmed is the current VP alternative content at Kingdom Reign Entertainment. Okay, so let me see if that picture came up. Let's get off this right quick. So that's the info for Kingdom Reigns Entertainment. So now we know who is working behind the scenes. All right, so let me share. Let's stop sharing and let's share again, so y'all can see who this damn showrunner is. Okay. All right. So that's the Janelle girl. Y'all see her? That's the Janelle girl. Of course, I know that's Carlos. That's the showrunner that was behind the scenes, going from room to room, talking to Melody, talking to Martell, talking to the Scotts. He was running information back, being the messy individual that he is, okay? Making sure everybody was dressed and ready. That's who that is. But it's so weird to me that everybody's looked all over. I've looked all over the internet, and I've not seen a picture of this other employee that's employed by Carlos King by the name of Chem. This guy who is said to be an AB user who put hands on a female and almost unalived her. There's no pictures or anything of him. And usually if a person is working for a company like OWN or whatever, they're also going to be promoting themselves. I don't see him promoting himself on social media. And it could be after that situation. Maybe Carlos maybe asked him not to be on social media because he did not want that story to maybe pop out with his name attached, and with Carlos King's Kingdom Reign Entertainment and OWN being attached to said situation, so that his name would not further be dragged through the mud by this person being outed by this AB user, because Carlos, as you guys know, is known for having abusive people around him, like Martell Holt, like Destiny Peyton Williams, child. Like, we can keep going. We can keep going. It's alarming for him to have someone like that working as a cameraman or work. I don't even care if this person was emptying the trash. This person should not be around because he's dangerous. Martell has the Martell could actually be that same person as well. Like, when he gets mad, Martell has red in his eyes. Like, if I'm trying to tell you, if people were not running up and grabbing Martell, especially how Marceau did whenever they were in Vegas, if Marceau did not get to Martell when he did, there's no telling what he could have done to Melody. And the fact that the camera crew, which that same guy Champ was there and filming and did not stop filming, they continued to film Martell in a bit of rage, you guys, coming after Melody. It speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. Nobody put the camera down to try to help this girl. They continued filming, and Marceau had to jump out of the pool from outside to run inside to grab Martell and tell him in his ear, "I'm not letting you go until you calm down." So these are people that Carlos is employing, you guys, in order to have this show and to get rating. All he cares about is ratings. He doesn't care about anybody else's life. He doesn't care about Melody sitting at the For Every Man show that she was on, where Martell busted up there and put hands on a female there, and the police had to be called, and he's still working under Kingdom Reigns. He put his hands on and hit a woman, and the police had to be called. You guys heard about that. Martell still works for the network. And I just read to you guys where it said that the reason why he did not fire and hasn't fired Martell is because Martell was originally on the show and helped the show's ratings get to where they were. Okay, so you served your purpose for that. Martell and Melody are no longer married. They're not going to be back together. Bottom line is, him being on the show, he's bringing nothing to the show because he has no businesses. He has nothing going on. He doesn't even have a relationship worth putting on TV. So the question is, what is the reason for keeping him on this show? What is the reason? What is the reason? Why does Carlos not address the abusive situations? Why does he always overtalk people? And I feel like it's because he doesn't want to trigger his own abusive tendency and things that he's gone through as a child. I feel like he cuts that situation off before it gets there, because I think that it's still very triggering for him. When Melody cried on that stage to him, he cut that off and he changed the entire atmosphere, because I feel like he is not ready to address what he's dealt with as a child. I think that he's been able to mask it for so many years because he's been able to have success. And I don't think that he'll ever address that, because I feel like he thinks that he's made it now. I don't think he feels that he needs to address the abuse and the toxicity that he grew up in, and that he's continuing to put on his TV and put on our TV through his network, in order to show women being in abusive situations and to be treated in certain ways that they shouldn't be treated as families being broken up, as children being in abusive situations, like Melody's children. I don't think he'll ever address it. And I think the only way that Carlos is going to be stopped is through lawsuits. Y'all see, his only revenue is $2.4 million. So think about, if Melody Cherie is suing Kingdom Reigns Entertainment, Akeisha is suing, and so Gucci, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're going to be looking for millions. So 2.4 million, that's going to bankrupt Carlos. He doesn't have the wherewithal in order to pay high lawsuits. So you would think that he would do what he needs to do in terms of protecting who he needs to protect, and have people around him that's not going to be putting others in toxic situations that would then put him in a situation to be sued. That part is crazy to me, because Kingdom Reigns Entertainment is really not worth a lot of money. To be honest with you, since he left, according to him, I feel like he was fired. I feel like he was fired after that situation with Phaedra on Real Housewives of Atlanta and Bravo. He's pretty much rebuilding his platform after that, because he hasn't really been able to take anything that he's done on Bravo with him, because they own that network. So he's been able to link up with OWN in order to help push Kingdom Reigns Entertainment, because it's not going to be successful on its own without having a very prominent network like OWN, and the other networks like BET, and the other networks that he reached out to in order to have his shows on, but then he clips and attaches Kingdom Reigns Entertainment to it so that he can get that credit for it as well. So he's able to grow his platform by other platforms. But then when other people do it, he has a problem with it. Melody Cherie came on Kingdom Reigns Entertainment and OWN, and was able to start her own network, okay, her 7th Avenue business, and other businesses that she's doing as well, attached to the same network. But then he sees that as a problem with her, and he uses bullying, and he allowed the cast to attack her as a means to get back at her for doing the same thing that he's done. Do y'all not see that? Do y'all not see that? Do you guys not see that? Do you guys not see that? I'm just like, wow. I'm just like, wow. I see somebody saying, come on, Sonny. Somebody said, come on, Sonny. Is Sonny in the chat? Child, I'm just running my mouth. I don't think Sonny's in the chat. But anywho, what do you guys think about this information? I think I had one more piece of information that I wanted to look at. Yeah. Let me spin the block on this other piece. Let's stop sharing, because we're going to bring awareness to this. We're not going to sit on this information. We are definitely going to bring awareness to this situation, because Carlos, baby, you're not going to be able to continue to hide under the radar anymore. You're not going to be able to do that. Okay. Melody Cherie is leaving this damn show. Well, has left this show, okay, because the reunion is over now. So it's onward and upward from there. All right. Yeah, it's onward and upward. As you guys can see back on my screen. Let me share again. I'm sorry. Let's share again. Because I want you guys to see that, for those of you just coming in, honey, who Carlos King has employed to work under Kingdom Reigns Entertainment, who he's giving a paycheck to. Who he is paying a paycheck to. A crazy individual who got hands for women. Martell Holt got hands for women. Ariel Curry has talked about Martell putting hands on her. So you got a person like that. We already know that Martell also put hands on his own child and drew blood, and had his kids taken away for 56 days. He hit him with a back scratcher, his son. So that's another abusive person that Carlos is keeping very close to him, as a matter of fact. Martell is kept very close to Carlos. All right, so I'm going to read it again. As you guys can see here, and this is from the dv.advocate post, all right? As you guys can see, they are hashtagging the hell out of Love and Marriage Huntsville and the reunion, as well as Love and Marriage Huntsville, all right? And they've also hashtagged and added Carlos King and Kingdom Reigns Entertainment. Carlos has yet to, as I said before, speak out on or reply to this. And I feel like I said, since that situation that happened not too long ago with his cameraman, I feel like his social medias and all of that has been taken down because Carlos does not want his name and or Kingdom Reign Entertainment attached to this cameraman by any means necessary, because he doesn't want that reputation of having someone that committed such an act like that to be attached to him, because he don't want people looking at him in that way. Carlos does not like to be looked at in a negative type of way. And I don't see him responding to this, you guys. All right. I'm just saying, Destiny, you're sitting here saying you're an advocate for DV. You are sitting on this same platform being filmed by a DVer. Your best friend is a DVer. Let me break this shit down this morning, because this is serious. Your best friend, Martell Holt, is a DVer. He's already been convicted of it. Okay? 3rd degree. If you hit your kids, you definitely put your hands on your ex-wife, allegedly. But to be filmed by, and I know every one of the cast members know about it. I know all of the cast members know about this incident where this man jumped on this woman. It says that this show has a violent woman beater working as a cameraman. This happened not too long ago, you guys. They're saying that this cameraman gave a particular woman 2 black eyes, a concussion, angulation, that's how we got to say it, bruises all over, and a broken nose. That means you crazy. You are fucking crazy to do something like that to a woman. 2 black eyes. Come on. They're saying that this man is extremely dangerous. Now, you got to know, if he did all of this to this particular person, that charges had to be filed. Okay? If they're listing him here as extreme, there's a difference between being dangerous and being extremely dangerous. Okay? If you're extremely dangerous, like it's abort mission, bitch. Every time I see you, abort mission. I ain't coming nowhere near you. I ain't saying shit to you. None of that. Every time I see you, it's 911. That's what extremely abusive or extremely dangerous means. That's what it means. All right. And I hope I'm not triggering anybody. Let me go back and did I put my trigger banner up? Is it up there? Yeah. All right. I want to make sure, child, because listen, I don't want nobody feeling triggered this morning. All right. Yeah. For everybody coming in, you guys can see this on my screen. This is why Melody Cherie has chosen to walk away. Okay. You cannot continue to stay and support a situation that you are totally against. If you are against DV, if you are against AB use, why stay on a network that promote it? You got some people like Tisha and Marcel and them that will stay for a check because they need it. Y'all been on this show long enough to be able to build a platform of your own to make your businesses be more successful, to the point that you don't need this network, that you don't need any attachments to this toxicity. But when you get on the show and you get comfortable, so you got people that get comfortable, they get in situations and they feel like, oh, I'm getting a check today, I'm gonna get another check next episode. You get comfortable in your situation until you don't think about trying to continue doing what you were doing in terms of leveling up. See, Melody came in the door and kicked the door down, and she continued. Not only did she continue to do her 7th Avenue, she continued to open other doors as well. And all of those doors have become very successful for her, to the point to where she said, I don't need this platform anymore. And while other people are sitting back laughing like, ha, 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 she left the show. No, the joke is on you, because guess what? Her presence not being on the show is going to cut your fucking check. And now that this situation have come out, and I'm going to scream it to the mountaintop, from the mountaintops, that Kingdom Reign Entertainment and Carlos King is employing a cameraman who is abusive towards women. This man almost unalived a woman. His name is Champ. I said, damn, I see why they call this motherfucker Champ. Because he got hands for women. He's a black man as well. and that's been confirmed. He is a black cameraman who put his hands on a woman and almost unalived her with his hands. Yeah. I'm glad Melody left. And people like Destiny sit their ass up there and go hard on somebody else, but you against DV, you are against ABUs, and all you've shown and exhibited on this damn abusive, toxic show is ABUs and toxicity. Destiny is an extremely dangerous person. Carlos likes to employ extremely dangerous people. And it's no coincidence that everybody on this fucking show, except for Melody Cherie, all have mugshots. All criminals. Every single one of them. Tisha got a mugshot for fighting down in for kicking her shoes off and fighting down in Savannah, Georgia. And it says she busted some windows out. And she also has a mugshot for stealing out of a store, a retail store. And she hid said stuff under her child. Some makeup. She was hiding some makeup and stole some makeup out of a store. I guess her mama taught her that. I don't know. Because they said her mama was a booster. All right. Marceau got arrested for getting smart with a police officer. And I think he blocked in a police officer's car. And they asked him to move it. And he became belligerent. And they arrested his ass, allegedly. Destiny has been arrested and has several mugshots herself. Okay. Fraud. Signing people's shit when she shouldn't have been signing it. Whole bunch of shit. Martell, DV third degree, harassing communications. Okay. Stealing ATMs. When the motherfucker was working at a jail, he was a jailer and risked his job and his freedom to go and help his family, his uncle, go and steal ATMs. Okay. We just found out about Ken. Ken has a mugshot for out here with the for trying to sell trees. Y'all know what that is, child. He's on probation as we speak. Okay. Marquez has mugshots as well. Okay. One for fighting and one for something else I saw. I have to confirm it before I say it because I don't want to misspeak. Okay. Okay. Maurice has one for a DUI. Okay. I don't think Kimmy has one. I haven't looked up one. So I'm going to say except for Kimmy. I don't think Kimmy has one. Kimmy's just a side chick. That's a crime too, girl, because you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be no side chick out here. You have some respect for yourself. All right. Who else? Did I miss anybody? Oh, Chris Fletcher. I don't think Chris has one either. Nell has one because she jumped on Chris Fletcher's girlfriend. Now, and I'm hearing too, they said Nell got hands. According to Nell's stepdaughter, Lexi says that Nell can really fight. She said that Nell, one of them rough type of chicks, that Nell, when she put her hands on you, baby, you know you was touched. Now, I told you guys when I did my live where I was told about some stuff that went on that was going on with Nell and Chris Fletcher, because y'all know Chris is still out there, child, in the DMs, hopping in DMs, trying to holler at women. I told y'all that. But they were saying that Nell is mean as fuck off of there, and that her family really don't fool with her like that, and that she really thinks that she's better than her other family, that she's better than her family. But Nell actually jumped on Chris Fletcher's side piece. Okay, because she got to popping and talking smart to her whenever she found out that Chris was cheating with said woman. Now, instead of you putting your hands on Chris, now I don't say you should put your hands on nobody, but instead of you having that energy towards Chris, you did it towards the girl. Now I get it, she popping gum, she talking crazy. You probably gonna run up over there and snatch her damn wig off and go off. But so they're saying that she has one allegedly for putting hands on, because they said she beat that girl bad. She tore her ass up for getting smart with her and for messing with her husband, child. So all these people on this damn show. Like, all these people on this show are fucking criminals. Trish, I don't think has one either. I don't think Trish has one that I know of. Okay. I don't think Trish has one that I know. But the majority of his cast got mugshots and open cases. Open cases. Marquez, I think's case is still open. Ken's case still open. Martell's case is still open. Destiny has an open case. She got to head back to court on the 28th of this month. Like, damn. Maurice just had his case settled for the DUI. Okay. Like, these people are fucking crazy, y'all. Being a side chick is a crime. Ain't no use being no side chick. Okay. It's too many men out here. It's too many pickings. Like, if you put yourself in a situation where somebody already got a man and you over there trying to take said man or trying to date a man that's already with somebody else, you lowering your own self-esteem and your own standards. I'm just saying that's gotta be a crime. to be that fucking stupid and vulnerable and desperate. That's all I'm saying. And it's no shade to anybody in my chat. Okay, women, respect yourselves accordingly. You don't have to be with somebody that's with somebody else. You ain't got to share no man. You really don't have to do that. Okay, unless that's just some shit you want to do. But then I got to question your character as a woman if you got to be on that level of bullshit. Okay, but oh my God, y'all, this is crazy. All right, so as you guys can see here, that's what it's saying that the cameraman, the current cameraman, because he still works at Carlos King's King Reigns Entertainment. So the current cameraman did all of these things that you guys see on my screen to a particular female that he was dealing with. Okay, and it then goes here. All right, where it says domestic violence at advocate says Love Marriage Huntsville has a woman beater working as a cameraman try to unalive a woman. Okay, it says hashtag Love Marriage Huntsville, hashtag Love Marriage Huntsville reunion. He also filmed a reunion, you guys, at Carlos King at King Reign Entertainment. So they are waiting for Carlos to reply to this, at which I don't think he will. They says Carlos, they're telling him one of your cameramen tries to unalive women. That's what they're saying. We're going to see if he responds, which he will not. If he does, I will hop back on here and I will do a response video. Okay. They've named the guy. His name is Champ. That's what he goes by. That's not his government name, of course. They're saying that this is very disgusting. Okay. So we're bringing awareness to this so that you guys will know what is really going on with Carlos King and this damn King Reign Entertainment. This is a very toxic platform. Okay. It's very, very toxic. I do not see it getting any better. I do not see it getting any better. Okay. But that is all. I was trying to see if I could find out. Tour. I want to see if I can get. Now it's going to make me go back and watch the show to look at the credits now. Haha, that might be how I can find out. Because I'm nosy. When I want to know something, I'm going to know. When I want to know something, now I'm going to go back because I got to look at it again anyway. So I can finish my review. Now I'm going to look at the credits and I'm going to see what is said about this Champ guy. Yeah. I'm just going to share with you guys so y'all can see. I'm on the Kingdom Reign Entertainment website. Let's see, in the press. Yeah, they've really hidden this, guys. They really swept this under the rug to where you cannot find it nowhere about, and I've searched everywhere. Carlos King's cameraman abuses a woman, like nothing. You can't find. They scrubbed it, you guys. It's been scrubbed. And I know Carlos and his people are behind it. And that guy does not have any social media because I've checked. And I'm very thorough when I check some shit. And I'm going to go back and keep looking. But if I find it, I'm definitely going to put it up here on my screen. Okay? I'm going to find it. And if I got to reach out to some more people that I know that are very, very well crafted on the internet that can find some shit, Oh, yeah. Oh, we're going to find it. Because this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. Let's stop sharing. Let's keep it at my main screen. We're going to go ahead and end this video because we're already into it an hour. But yeah. Y'all see what we're talking about today, honey. So I'm going to see, can I find a picture of this person? And it's already been confirmed that this person still works for Kingdom Reign Entertainment. And he is a black cameraman. So the motherfucker is still employed after what he did and almost unalived this person. And there were charges pressed on this person. And just like with Martell, charges were pressed. They were like, okay, come on back to work. We don't give a fuck. Come on back. We got some more stuff for you to video. Come on back. Okay. But that's all we have for you guys. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Belle Wilson, Tyra, Scorpion Miss, and thank you, KBR, so much for being great mods over here, keeping it trolling down. Y'all do such an awesome job. I see True TV Podcast. Thank you guys so much for being here, and all my other content creators that stopped by. Okay. Thank y'all so much for being here and supporting. Love you guys all down. Let's get out of here. Don't forget to like the video. Let's take our banner down at Trigger Warning Child. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And please don't forget to share the video, okay? You guys can share the video as well, all right? If you like, you can share the video as well. Let's get on out of here, honey. Like the video and all of the things. I'll see you guys later for our review for part 3 of the reunion, okay? I'll be sending out my notification for that. So be looking for that as well. All right. Love you guys down. Bye.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity.